Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to review the 1948 movie Rope, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. In this movie, John Dall and Farley Granger kills their former classmate by choking him with a rope, and then they are hiding him in their room where they live, and then they invite all the people they know that know the guy they have killed. His the dead man's father, his fiance and former teacher, and two other women. I can't remember which the relationship they had to the relations they had to him. But then the two leading actors, Farley Granger and John Dall, they commit the murder for just the sake of doing it, because they feel, particularly John Dall thinks he is superior to the man he killed. And there is this theme during the film about the superior and inferior people, an idea they got from their former teacher, played by Stewart, who of course comes to the party they are having, and who is also the man who starts suspect there's something totally wrong with this whole party or dinner. And there's some incredible scenes in this film that I think is, and I think it's a film that is up there also with the best of Hitchcock's works. It's definitely, I know it was very it was experimental because Hitchcock shot it in one take. Of course, when you see it nowadays, you don't feel that impressed by it because you have seen so many films doing that gimmick. But at the time, it was quite new. And Hitchcock, of course, later on, he thought it was a mistake because he felt that making a film was about cutting the picture. But for me, it's not about the one take that impressed me with this film. For me, I think like it's how Hitchcock kind of handled this stage play and make it very cinematic, because the camera is almost always moving, and there's movement all in this film that makes it such it makes it very intense, and also it makes the film feels alive and never feels very stagey, even though it's kind of a talky picture. And there's of course some cuts here and there, and the most significant cut you see in the film is when they talk about John Dall talk about Farley Granger had killed some chicken from some years ago, and then there's a cut on to James Stewart's reaction to that, and that's really the first time he really starts to suspect there's something wrong. Maybe the young man who is killed, who nobody knows where is. Maybe he starts realizing that maybe those two have actually done something with him. And he starts to make fun of the idea of killing people, and he's kind of a pessimistic and also a bit sarcastic person, but in the end a very good man, even though he has some maybe a bit old school views on life and people. But John Dall and Farley Granger of course takes this to an extreme and kills this man, and through the movie James Stewart starts really become more and more suspicious about them, also because Farley Granger starts to become very drunk, and when James Stewart asking him questions, he becomes very nervous and almost breaks down. And it's kind of funny to see those two characters, because there's a balance between John Dall's excitement and Farley Granger's fear. those two have a different perspective of the murder afterwards, and it's interesting to see how the characters who planned this, but their reactions is so different from each other, and there's also some sort of sexual undertones between them, and you can clearly see that Hitchcock really wanted to have that sort of he wanted them to be a couple, and that was also quite new from very modern for the 40s, I would say. Um, yeah, the dialogue in this film is very witty, even though it's a tragedy. The film is a tragedy, and it ends in a tragic way for all people, even James Stewart, who sort of feels responsible for what have happened, because he has clearly said some things he regrets, and two people kills a person because of his ideas, really. So it's a sad situation for everyone, really. And it's very perverted in a sense that these two invites all the people that know the guy they have murdered, the father and the fiance, and the fiance's former boyfriend, who was a friend to the murdered man. It's really like, it's very perverted in that sense, and but it is always played with a sense of humor. It's not to say it's a funny film, but it's very witty, and the dialogue is funny in a sense, in a darkly comedic way. Uh, I also really love so particular a scene where they talk about some actors they have seen, and they are talking about Cary Grant in a new picture with Ingrid Bergman, and that is of course of a Hitchcock film, Notorious, they're talking about, but they can't remember the name. I really like that joke. And I also really like how the setting is, both the place they are living in, but also you can sort of see the New York in the background, and I really like how the colors changes. It becomes more dark and more atmospheric, really, towards the end. And of course the melody that Farley Granger plays. I really like that tune also, and when he starts playing it right at the moment James Stewart's character comes into the film, and I really sort of feel like it's a it's really a tune that sort of symbolizes the danger of what they have done, and also that they are going to be caught. Is because it kind of it's never really, it's the same tune that goes through, and it really never changes. And I kind of really like it, actually. Um, and it's really also a film, like in other Hitchcock films, great supporting characters, all from the actor who played the dead man's father, and the woman who can sort of see things in people, horoscope. I don't know the right word in English, but she's very funny in this. It's just a damn good film, really, and it's still worth seeing, I would say, and you can watch it over and over, really, because it had tremendous pace. It's not boring at all, even though it's very a talky picture. But I will highly recommend Rope for everyone who hasn't seen it. And yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments what you think of Rope. And I hope you will all have a very nice day. Bye.